In the bustling streets of Chicago, where the wind whipped through the skyscrapers like a relentless accusation, Onyx Thompson discovered the truth that shattered his world. His brother, Mark, whom he'd always idolized despite their differences, had been faking a cancer diagnosis for over a year to swindle money from their conservative parents. As Onyx stared at the forged medical documents on Mark's laptop, hidden in a folder labeled insurance claims, his heart pounded with a mix of fury and disbelief. How could family bonds twist into such deception? Onyx had always been the outlier in the Thompson family. Growing up in a suburban neighborhood on the outskirts of the city, where church picnics and football games defined normalcy, he knew early on that his feelings didn't align with the expectations around him. At 16, he'd confided in Mark about his attraction to boys, expecting ridicule or rejection, but Mark had surprised him with a hug and a promise. "You're my brother, Onyx. Nothing changes that." That moment cemented their bond, making Mark his anchor when their parents, devout Baptists, preached against unnatural lifestyles. Now, at 28, Onyx lived openly as a gay man, working as a graphic designer in the vibrant Wrigleyville area, where rainbow flags fluttered freely. He'd built a life with his partner, Jamie, a kind-hearted teacher who'd moved from New York 2 years ago. Their relationship was a quiet revolution. Simple dates at coffee shops, weekend hikes in the nearby forests, and shared dreams of adopting a child someday. But family ties pulled Onyx back, especially during holidays when he'd endure awkward dinners, biting his tongue as his parents subtly criticized his choices. The deception unraveled one rainy afternoon in October. Mark, 30 and perpetually unemployed, had called Onyx in tears months earlier, claiming a stage 2 lymphoma diagnosis. Their parents, Harold and Evelyn, had immediately rallied, dipping into their retirement savings to cover treatments that Mark swore insurance wouldn't touch. Onyx, skeptical but supportive, offered to help with research or accompany Mark to appointments. Mark always declined, saying he didn't want to burden him. Suspicion grew when Onyx noticed Mark's social media posts. Nights out at bars, vacations to Miami, none of which screamed chemotherapy patient. Finally, during a family visit to their parents' home in Oak Park, Onyx snuck into Mark's old room and hacked his laptop password, their shared childhood dog's name. The evidence was damning. Emails to a shady online service for fake doctor's notes, bank statements showing transfers from their parents totaling over $50,000, and even receipts for luxury items like a new Rolex and a down payment on a condo. Confronting Mark that evening felt like stepping into a minefield. They met at a dimly lit diner near the Loop, the clatter of plates masking the tension. "Why, Mark? Mom and Dad are scraping by. Dad's heart condition means he can't work overtime anymore," Onyx whispered, sliding the printed emails across the table. Mark's face paled, then twisted into defiance. "You don't get it, Onyx. They've always favored you, the smart one, the artist. I needed a break. Okay? It's not like they're broke." Onyx recoiled. Favoritism? If anything, their parents had poured affection into Mark, the straight-arrow son, who played sports and dated girls. But Mark spun it differently, claiming Onyx's coming out had stolen the spotlight with all the family drama it caused. The argument escalated, voices rising until the waitress shot them a warning glance. Mark stormed out, leaving Onyx with a chilling warning. "Tell them, and you'll regret it." Torn between loyalty and justice, Onyx agonized for days. Jamie urged him to come clean, holding him through sleepless nights in their cozy apartment overlooking Lake Michigan. "This isn't just about money, Onyx. It's fraud, and it's hurting your parents." Jamie's words resonated. He'd lost his own family to homophobia back in New York, disowned after introducing his first boyfriend. Their relationship had become Onyx's safe haven, built on trust and quiet strength. Jamie, with his warm brown eyes and infectious laugh, reminded Onyx daily that love didn't demand perfection. It demanded honesty. Finally, Onyx decided to reveal the truth during Sunday dinner at his parents' house. The table was set with Evelyn's famous pot roast, the air thick with the scent of rosemary and unspoken tensions. As dessert was served, Onyx cleared his throat. "Mom, Dad, there's something about Mark's illness. is not real. He's been lying to get money. He laid out the evidence gently, expecting shock, perhaps gratitude. Instead, Harold's face reddened. How dare you accuse your brother? After everything we've done for you. Evelyn burst into tears, clutching her napkin. Onyx, you're just jealous. Mark's going through hell, and you bring this poison. Mark, who'd been tipped off, arrived dramatically, feigning weakness with a cane he didn't need. He painted Onyx as the villain, the gay son resentful of the normal one, fabricating lies to divert attention. The room erupted into chaos, old wounds reopening. Harold shouted about how Onyx's lifestyle had already shamed the family, and now this? Evelyn sided with Mark, whispering that Onyx had always been too dramatic. By night's end, Onyx was asked to leave. In the driveway, under the glow of streetlights, Jamie waited in the car, his presence a silent comfort. Driving home, Onyx felt the weight of betrayal crush him. They chose him, Jamie, over truth. Jamie squeezed his hand. Give them time. Families complicated. But days turned to weeks, and the silence from Oak Park grew deafening. Mark, emboldened, escalated by spreading rumors in their extended family, claiming Onyx was unstable, influenced by his deviant relationship. Cousins unfriended him on Facebook. Aunts sent concerned emails laced with judgment. Onyx threw himself into work, designing campaigns for LGBTQ+ nonprofits, finding solace in purpose. Jamie supported him unwaveringly, planning small escapes like picnics in Grant Park, where they'd watch joggers and dream aloud. We're building our own family, Jamie said one afternoon, as they shared a blanket under the autumn sun. Their love deepened amid the storm, small gestures like surprise notes or shared playlists becoming lifelines. Yet the pain lingered. Onyx questioned his choices. Had coming out set him up for this isolation? Was blood truly thicker than water, or just murkier? As Thanksgiving approached, the conflict intensified. Harold called, not to apologize, but to demand Onyx retract his lies or skip the holiday. We can't have division at the table, he grunted. Onyx refused, his voice steady for the first time. Division started with Mark's deception, Dad. I won't pretend. The line went dead, and with it, a piece of Onyx's heart. Jamie held him that night, whispering assurances, but doubt crept in. Was fighting for truth worth losing everything? The holiday season in Chicago transformed the city into a glittering wonderland. But for Onyx, it felt like a frozen wasteland. Snow blanketed the streets, mirroring the chill in his family relations. Jamie suggested they host their own gathering with friends, a chosen family dinner, but Onyx couldn't shake the emptiness. Mark's scam had evolved. Whispers reached Onyx that his brother was now soliciting donations from church friends, using sob stories amplified by fake GoFundMe pages. Onyx debated reporting it anonymously but hesitated, exposing Mark could destroy their parents emotionally. One evening, while scrolling through emails at his desk, Onyx received a message from an unfamiliar address. It was from Lisa, Mark's ex-girlfriend, whom he'd dated sporadically in college. I know about the cancer lie, she wrote. He tried to pull the same on me. Let's talk. They met at a quiet cafe in Lincoln Park, steam rising from their coffees like unspoken secrets. Lisa, a sharp-witted accountant with piercing blue eyes, revealed she discovered Mark's forgery when he asked her for a loan. He's charming, but manipulative. Your parents enable him because he's the golden boy, straight, traditional. You're the threat to their perfect image. Her words struck deep. Onyx opened up about his sexuality, how it intersected with the family dynamic. Lisa nodded empathetically. My brother's gay too. Families like yours see it as a flaw, not a facet. Their conversation sparked an unlikely alliance. Lisa offered to help gather more evidence, hacking into public records to trace Mark's spending. As they parted, Onyx felt a spark of hope. Perhaps justice wasn't solitary. Back home, Jamie listened intently, his support unwavering. Their relationship, once casual dates, had blossomed into profound partnership. Jamie's classroom stories of teaching diverse kids inspired Onyx. In turn, Onyx's designs featured inclusive themes. One night, as they cooked pasta in their kitchen, Jamie proposed a weekend getaway to Michigan's dunes. "We need to recharge," he said, kissing Onyx's forehead. The trip was magical. Crisp air, crashing waves, and honest talks by campfires. "I love you, Onyx. No matter the family mess," Jamie confessed under starlit skies. Onyx reciprocated, feeling vulnerable yet empowered. Their bond, tested by external chaos, grew resilient. But reality intruded upon return. Evelyn showed up unannounced at Onyx's office, her face etched with worry. "Mark's in the hospital, for real this time," she claimed. Onyx's stomach dropped. Was it karma or another ploy? Rushing to the ER, he found Mark hooked to IVs, pale but smirking subtly. Doctors confirmed a minor infection from stress, but Onyx overheard Mark whispering to Harold about complications from treatment. The lie persisted. Confronting his parents in the waiting room, Onyx pleaded, "Open your eyes. He's playing you." Harold exploded. "You're the one causing stress with your accusations and your lifestyle. Maybe if you were normal, we'd have unity." The word normal echoed like a slap. Evelyn, torn, murmured, "Onyx, we love you, but Mark needs us more." Crushed, Onyx left, tears blurring the drive home. Jamie comforted him, but seeds of doubt sprouted. Did his sexuality make him expendable? Social conflicts amplified. At a work event, a colleague shared a similar story of family rejection post-coming out. "It's societal conditioning," she said. "Parents defend the ideal child to preserve their worldview." Mark's deception unraveled further when Lisa uncovered bank fraud. Mark had opened credit lines in their parents' names. She emailed proof to Onyx, who forwarded it anonymously to Harold. The response? A furious call from Evelyn. "How could you involve outsiders? This is family business." They accused Onyx of sabotage, ignoring the evidence. Mark, cornered, admitted partial truth but blamed Onyx for pushing him to extremes with his drama. The climax brewed at Christmas. Invited reluctantly, Onyx attended with Jamie, marking the first time his partner met the family formally. Tension simmered. Mark arrived looking healthy, no trace of illness. During dinner, Onyx couldn't hold back. "Mark, tell them the truth. For once." Mark feigned innocence, but Jamie interjected calmly. "We've seen the documents. This hurts everyone." Harold slammed his fist. "You brought your friend here to gang up? Get out. Both of you." Disowned in that moment, Onyx walked out, Jamie's hand in his. Snow fell softly, an ironic blanket over the pain. "Are we okay?" Onyx asked. Jamie smiled. "More than okay. We're free." Winter gripped Chicago tighter, mirroring Onyx's isolation. Disowned, he navigated a world without parental anchors, relying on Jamie and friends. Work became sanctuary. His designs for a pride campaign went viral, earning acclaim. Yet nights brought introspection. Why did parents defend deception over truth? Societal pressures loomed. In a country debating LGBTQ+ rights, families like his clung to tradition, viewing difference as disruption. Jamie suggested therapy and Onyx agreed. Sessions with Dr. Ramirez, an empathetic counselor in the loop, unpacked layers. "Your brother's lie is a symptom," she said. "Your parents' defense stems from fear, losing control, facing flaws in their upbringing." Onyx explored his emotions. Anger at Mark's manipulation, sorrow for lost bonds, guilt over his sexuality's role. "It's not your fault," Dr. Ramirez affirmed. "Choice lies with them." Meanwhile, Mark's web tangled. Lisa, now a friend, tipped off authorities anonymously about the fraud. An investigation launched, but Harold and Evelyn bailed Mark out, depleting savings further. They reached out to Onyx via email. "Come home. We can forgive if you drop this." Onyx refused, replying, "Forgiveness starts with truth." The rejection stung, but empowered him. Jamie's school hosted a diversity event, where Onyx spoke about family acceptance. Sharing his story publicly was cathartic. Audience questions sparked debates on loyalty versus integrity. One attendee, a young gay man, approached, "Your tale gives me hope." It reinforced Onyx's resolve. His pain could fuel change. Romantic tensions arose as stress tested their relationship. Jamie, patient but human, felt sidelined. "I support you, but I need us too," he confessed during a heated argument. Onyx apologized, realizing neglect. They recommitted with a romantic evening. Dinner at a rooftop restaurant, overlooking twinkling lights. "You're my family," Onyx whispered. Jamie's kiss sealed it. Their love, amid chaos, was the constant. Social conflicts escalated when Mark sued Onyx for defamation, claiming the lies ruined his reputation. Court papers arrived like a gut punch. Jamie rallied, "We'll fight this." Hiring a lawyer, they built a case with Lisa's evidence. The hearing in downtown Chicago was tense. Mark testified tearfully, painting Onyx as vengeful. But documents proved otherwise. The judge dismissed the suit, warning Mark of perjury risks. Victory was bittersweet. Harold attended, stone-faced, leaving without a word. Evelyn called later, sobbing, "Why tear us apart?" Onyx responded gently, "Mark did that. I just shone light." She hung up, but seeds of doubt planted. As spring thawed the city, Onyx and Jamie planned a commitment ceremony. A small gathering in Millennium Park, symbolizing new beginnings. Friends attended, toasting their resilience. Mark crashed virtually via a venomous social media post, accusing Onyx of flaunting sin. It backfired. Supporters flooded with positivity. The high came with a low. Harold suffered a heart attack from stress. At the hospital, Evelyn begged Onyx to visit. He did, finding his father frail. "Son," Harold whispered, "I was wrong. Fear blinded me." Tears flowed. Reconciliation tentative. Mark, absent, faced charges alone. Onyx reflected on choices, his to live authentically, theirs to defend lies. With Jamie, he built forward, but questions lingered. Was forgiveness possible without full accountability? Spring bloomed in Chicago, flowers dotting parks like hopeful promises. Onyx's reconciliation with Harold progressed slowly. Weekly calls, cautious conversations avoiding deep wounds. Evelyn joined, her tone softening. "We miss you," she admitted. Mark, however, remained defiant, out on bail and living with friends. He sent harassing texts. "You destroyed everything." Onyx blocked him, focusing on healing. Professionally, Onyx thrived. His Pride campaign led to a promotion designing for national brands. Jamie's school year ended triumphantly. He received an award for inclusive teaching. They celebrated with a trip to San Francisco, wandering Castro streets hand in hand, absorbing history of queer struggles. "Our story's part of this legacy," Jamie mused at a memorial. It contextualized their pain, societal biases fueling family rifts. Back home, controversy brewed. A local news outlet covered Mark's fraud case, anonymizing the family but hinting at LGBTQ plus sibling rivalry. Comments sections erupted. Some sympathized with Onyx, others decried gay agendas tearing families. Onyx debated responding but chose silence, letting truth stand. Emotional crossroads hit when Evelyn invited them for dinner. "Bring Jamie," she added hesitantly. The evening was awkward, small talk over lasagna, avoiding elephants in the room. Harold asked about their relationship. "How'd you meet?" Jamie shared warmly, easing tension. As coffee brewed, Mark arrived uninvited, furious. "You let them in after what he did?" Accusations flew. Mark outed old resentments, blaming Onyx's coming out for family strain. "You chose your path. Now live with it alone." The room polarized. Evelyn defended Mark weakly, but Harold intervened. "Enough." Onyx told truth. "You lied." Mark stormed out, disowning them all. In the aftermath, Evelyn cried, "He's our son too." Onyx empathized but stood firm. Love doesn't excuse harm. Jamie's quiet support grounded him. The trial loomed, Mark pleading guilty to lesser charges for probation. In court, he apologized superficially, avoiding eye contact. Onyx spoke at sentencing. "This hurt deeply, but I hope for change." The judge noted family impact, lenient yet stern. Post-trial, Onyx and Jamie adopted a rescue dog, symbolizing new life. Walks in the park fostered talks about future kids' marriage equality. Yet, societal debates raged. Bills targeting LGBTQ+ rights reminded Onyx of broader fights. A turning point came at a family therapy session Onyx suggested. Harold and Evelyn attended reluctantly. Dr. Ramirez facilitated. Acknowledge biases. Harold admitted homophobia rooted in upbringing. Evelyn confessed favoring Mark to balance Onyx's difference. Revelations hurt but healed. Mark refused participation, deepening the divide. As summer warmed the lakefront, Onyx felt equilibrium. His relationship with Jamie flourished, proposing under fireworks on the 4th. "Yes," Jamie beamed. Their engagement announced joy amid remnants of pain. But controversy lingered. Was disowning Mark justified? Or should blood prevail? Onyx pondered, choices defining him. Summer sun bathed Chicago in golden hues, but shadows of past conflicts persisted. Onyx and Jamie's engagement brought celebrations. Friends hosted parties, toasts echoing resilience. Planning a fall wedding, they chose a lakeside venue, inviting Harold and Evelyn. Acceptance came gradually. Evelyn helped with decorations. Harold offered gruff advice. "Proud of you, son," he said one day, words weighting heavy. Mark's absence loomed. On probation, he worked odd jobs, resentment festering. He reached out via letter. "Sorry for the mess. Can we talk?" Onyx met him at a neutral park bench, Jamie waiting nearby. Mark looked worn, admitting addiction to easy money stemmed from insecurity. "Seeing you live openly made me jealous. I couldn't face my failures." Onyx listened, emotions swirling. "I forgive you, but trust rebuilds slowly." They parted amicably, a fragile bridge. Societal echoes amplified. Pride parades drew crowds, but counter-protests highlighted divisions. Onyx marched with Jamie, banners high, feeling part of something larger. A reporter interviewed him. "Family rejection is common in our community, but truth liberates." The piece went viral, sparking online debates. Supporters praised courage, critics accused divisiveness. Personal growth peaked in therapy. Onyx confronted internalized shame. "Did my sexuality fuel their defense of Mark?" Dr. Ramirez countered. "No, it's their bias. You've chosen authenticity." Jamie echoed this, their love a testament to perseverance. As wedding day neared, tension resurfaced. Evelyn worried about church friends' judgments. Harold reassured her. Mark asked to attend, to make amends. Onyx agreed cautiously, seating him discreetly. The ceremony was beautiful, vows exchanged under a rainbow arch, guests cheering. Mark approached post-reception. "Happy for you." A nod, not embrace but progress. Honeymoon in Hawaii brought bliss. Beaches, sunsets, reflections. "We've overcome so much," Jamie said. Onyx agreed, but questions nagged. Had parents truly changed? Or was it surface? Back in Chicago, life normalized. Onyx mentored young LGBTQ+ artists. Jamie advocated for inclusive education. Family dinners became routine, Mark occasionally joining, conversations deepening. Yet, the story's core controversy endured. In defending a liar, did parents perpetuate harm, or was loyalty blind? Onyx pondered, choices shaping legacies. Is it true that family loyalty should always supersede the pursuit of truth, even when deception causes irreparable damage?